Hi people, you're welcome to another informative segment of your health program, MAXI Health, where your health comes first. And today on the program, we have our various experts already waiting to dash out vital information to keep our health going in 2024. Please stay tuned, the program continues shortly. I'm your host in the house, Dr. Margaret.
Chef. Mr. Chef, what's your secret?
My secret is the wide range of seasoning powders from Mr. Chef. Perfect for meals such as spicy stew, goat meat, roasted beef, fried rice, and coca.
Unleash your inner chef and explore our wide range of Mr. Chef seasoning powder.
Good day, everyone. You are welcome to today's episode of Doctor's Perspective on MAXI Health. My name is Dr. Bolade Adeniro. Today, we'll be discussing dangers of self-medication. Somebody is smiling there. You are guilty of it, Abby. Don't worry. Many of us, we are guilty of it. Sometimes, even as a doctor, we are guilty of it. So, but we still need to educate ourselves. So what do we mean by self-medication? It's the use of medication to treat what you have self-diagnosed. Meaning that you made diagnosis by yourself. You have headache, it must be malaria. You took paracetamol. Okay, maybe initially there is headache. It must be stress. You took paracetamol. Oh, I'm not getting better. That means it is malaria. You took anti-malaria. I'm still not getting better. It must be typhoid. You went to the pharmacy to get antibiotics again to use it. Those are examples of what we mean by self-medication. So it's a common practice amongst us, but I will tell you, it's very dangerous. And anybody, if we are not careful, can be a regular, how do I put it, can do this on regular basis. All right, so what are the dangers? I know there are many reasons. We have many reasons why we do that, but we are not talking about that one today. So what are the dangers there? Number one, we will not always get the diagnosis right. We may be lucky, especially this type of where we live. Many times, malaria is one of the common things we diagnose ourselves of. Many times we will be right, to be honest. But we will not always be correct. So which means, even if you are tempted to use self-medication and you have done it for a day or two and you are not getting better, please seek for professional advice and go to hospital, so that if the diagnosis you've given yourself that is wrong, the proper diagnosis can be made for you and the proper medication can be commenced on time. So that's number one. Then number two, another problem with self-medication is that sometimes it is the symptom that the drugs that we are taking that is masking, and the real disease itself is getting worse. Another example is a case of somebody whose BP is severely elevated, but the person did not even know. The person is not aware that he or she is hypertensive. Maybe the person is having serious headache. The person kept on changing from mild pain reliever to another strong pain reliever. Sometimes the pain reliever may take away the headache, which is a symptom of severe hypertension. You will be happy that the headache has gone. When you stop the medication again, you feel the headache. You take the pain reliever again. Meanwhile, the medication you are taking is only solving the problem of the headache. The BP is still getting higher and higher. Some people is until they now come down with stroke and they now rush them to hospital. That is when they will know that the problem they think they have been solving, they are not solving it. So if you are taking self-medication, you may be masking the symptom of a severe health disease that would have been properly managed before complication sets in. Another problem of self-medication is that sometimes you may even be correct about the diagnosis, but you may not be too sure of the dosage of the drug. The fact that you have free access, easy access to go and get drug does not necessarily mean that you are certain, you are so sure of the dosage. There are some drugs that we may use them for different diagnoses. That same drug will now have different dosage. A particular drug, we can say, if this is the infection responsible, if this is the bacteria responsible for this kind of infection, this is the dosage we will go for. If this is what we have identified, this is the dosage we go for. So even if you are correct about the drug, sometimes you may not know the appropriate dosage. Another thing is that some drugs are not they are not drugs that we toy with. There are some drugs that must not be taken for a very long time. But because you don't know, it's giving you some relief, you kept on using that drug, and the side effects of that drug will begin to set in. There are some drugs, when we need to write it, we don't just stop it at once. There are some drugs that when we want to commence the medication, we start with lower dose. We say you increase the dose gradually. And there are some drugs, we start with higher dose and we taper it down to smaller dose till you would stop. So even if you go online, you Google it that this is what is wrong with me, you see the drugs there, you may not be too sure of the dosage. And the side effects that would have been prevented by your doctor can say, if you take this thing, don't let it be more than 7 days. After 7 days, stop taking this medication, even if you have leftover in the sachet. It is because of some possible adverse effects that we are aware the drug can cause. But if you are self-medicating, you wouldn't know until you invite additional health problem as a result of self-medication. However, somebody listening is saying, does it now mean that any time I have one small challenge, I must go to hospital? I am not saying every time that there is one issue or the other, you cannot take some first aid measures. That's not what I am saying. And you will see that even when the pharmaceutical company, they are marketing some drugs, what do they normally say? They will say, if there is no improvement within 1 or 2 days, consult your doctor. So even if maybe you have one pain or the other, of course, you take a pain reliever, and you see that within 1 or 2 days, you are not getting better, or after stopping that drug, that same thing will occur. It's a signal to tell you that you've done your part by giving yourself simple first aid treatment. But yeah, that your first aid treatment needs further care. Somebody will say, the reason why I don't like going to hospital is because the crowd is too much there. That is why we all encourage everybody, before complications set in, visit your hospital. Health insurance is there. If you are on health insurance, you don't have to, it's not a must that you go to hospital that there are many crowd. There are some hospitals that they don't have too much crowd and they are under health insurance. If you subscribe for health insurance and you choose that kind of hospital, you can always access your care there. Don't wait until complications sets in before you say you will come to hospital. The hospital you are running away from, when what we don't want eventually happens, God forbid, it is that hospital that we now go to. So, if you are here today listening to me, be careful of self-medication. Don't use it to further harm yourself. Thank you very much.
Chef. Mr. Chef, what's your secret?
My secret is the wide range of seasoning powders from Mr. Chef. Perfect for meals such as spicy stew, goat meat, roasted beef, fried rice, and coca.
Unleash your inner chef and explore our wide range of Mr. Chef seasoning powder.
Welcome back. You're still watching Maxi Health, where your health comes first. And this is the Ask Your Doctor segment of the program. As we all know, on Ask Your Doctor segment, we give you responses and replies to the text messages and emails you've sent to us. And my very first question today says, Doctor, I have milk flowing out of my mammary gland. I have not given birth. I have run a test on this and the doctor said it is not an infection. Please, what do I do to stop this? Yes, that's very good. At least you have taken a bold step by going to see your doctor, and doctor has confirmed to you that it is not an infection. Yeah, it is not an infection. It's a case of hormonal imbalance. It only indicates that you are having what we call high level of prolactin. Ladies or women lactate. If you are lactating, that means if you are having discharge of milk or water coming out from your mammary gland and you are not breastfeeding a baby, it's a condition we call hyperprolactinemia, which is high level of prolactin. So now this is the reason why you probably might not be getting pregnant, because with high level of prolactin, definitely the level at which you'll be ovulating will be very, very, very reduced. So my dear, what you have to do now is not an infection test. You need to run an hormonal profile test and take these results back to your doctor. And of course, your doctor will give you the right medications to you, and then you can get pregnant as soon as possible, okay? I wish you all the best in Jesus' name. All right, my next question says, for some time now, I have been experiencing low flow of period and dark in color. What should I do? Now, this is an issue. Normally, your period should flow normally, and it shouldn't be dark in color. Now, when you are experiencing your period not flowing very well, probably maybe you used to have 4 days or 5 days before, and suddenly it's reducing to 3 days, 2 days, a day, or even sometimes becomes scanty. That shows that there's something wrong somewhere. And now say that your period is dark. Your period should not be dark in color. It should be red in color. So if there's something wrong here, I would advise you to run a culture test and then see a doctor as soon as possible, okay? All right, my next question says, good day, doctor. My problem is that sometimes dirty and odorless is always coming out from my private part, and my private is itching. What do I do? That's an infection. Nobody needs to tell you that. If you are having discharge from your private area and it's itching you, but you know, like I always say on the program, it's best for you to run a test. So get to a good laboratory and run a swab culture test. I'm sure you're a lady because you said hair. So you need to run a swab culture, run a swab culture test and a urine culture test, and then when your results are out, pick the number on the screen and give us a call, or see a good gynecologist doctor within your area. Make sure you do that as soon as possible, okay? All right. My next question says, doctor, each time I have intercourse with my husband, my abdomen will hurt seriously till it stops. What will I do? That's not normal, because that means definitely you won't be having fun. So what I would advise you to do, but what do you mean by it hurts you? Is it, I don't know, I think I would suggest to you that you please give me a call as soon as possible. Or if you have a doctor that you can visit, make sure you try and visit such doctor to give such complaint. But you know, when you are having an intercourse with your partner and it's hurting you seriously, I mean, that's not fun. So please, I think, take the number on the screen or see a doctor as soon as possible for proper checkup, okay? All right, my last question for today says, good morning, doctor. I got married around July. Till now, I'm not pregnant. I have done infection tests. Nothing is there. But throughout November till now, I've not seen my period. And I found out that I am not pregnant. I need your help. So automatically, she's done an infection test. there's nothing, and she's not pregnant, but her period flow has stopped, you need not go far. Definitely you need to run an hormonal profile test. You need to check your hormones. Probably you have issue with hormonal imbalance, and that's why your periods are ceased. Because now you've done an infection test and you don't have an infection. You've done a pregnancy test, you're not pregnant. So what could have been ceasing your menstrual flow for over 3 to 4 months now? So what I would advise you to do is get to a good laboratory and run an hormonal profile test. Definitely you are having what we have called hormonal imbalance. Your hormones are not balanced. But of course we can't just tell you this particular hormone until you go run an hormonal profile test. So run this test and make sure you're seeing your doctor as soon as possible. I want to say a very big thank you for staying tuned on this segment of Ask Your Doctor. And I want to say a very big thank you also to all those that keep these questions coming in, because a lot of people are benefiting. Stay tuned, the program continues shortly.
Hello guys, this is yet another episode of Fitness Corner on MAXI Health. My name is Harvest Ugo. Following through, we're working on the belly fat this time. So follow through and have an amazing result. Catch ya, follow. 2, so this is what we're doing. Go, go, 1, all right? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down, go, go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10, 9. Let's go. 8, 7. Nice one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice one. Up, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done, guys. So you follow through this workout session, you get an amazing result on burning all the belly fat. So just keep pushing. It's not an easy journey, but you keep pushing to get that perfect shape you're looking for. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right, left, go. Right, left. Let's go. Right, left, go. 4, 5, go. 6, 7, 8, come on, let's go. 9, 10, well done, guys. Fitness is not an easy journey, so you just keep pushing through. Keep pushing through. Nothing good comes easy. So just keep working out, burning all those excess fats and toxins out of your system. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done, guys. I know it's not easy. We keep pushing through the pain. Keep pushing, keep pushing. So, this marks the end of yet another episode of MAXI Health on Fitness Corner. My name is Harvest Ugo. Catch you on our next episode. Ciao.
Welcome back. You're still watching MAXI Health, where your health comes first. And we have come to the end of today's segment of MAXI Health. I want to say a very big thank you to all our health experts for making our time to join us always on this particular segment of MAXI Health. We will see you again same time, same station next week. Remember to always keep your health in check. Bye-bye.